Early in the morning, before dawn had yet to dawn, the loud screeching of the pigs in the barn woke me up. They scream for food, which is very common when pigs are used to being fed at fixed times. To promptly meet their needs, I hastily prepared to cook bran for them early. Bran needs to be cooked and cooled a bit before giving it to the pigs, because feeding it while it's still hot can harm them. During the process of cooking bran, I also take the opportunity to check the health status of each animal, ensuring that they are all healthy and growing well. The weather today is quite favorable for field work, so I decided to start work earlier than usual. First, I have to clean up the hay in the fields. Dried corn stalks from the old crop are still left. They need to be gathered and processed. I will gather them into large piles and burn them to get ash as fertilizer for plants. This is quite an important job because utilizing ash from dry grass not only helps clean the fields, but also provides essential nutrients to the soil, helping to improve soil fertility. In my hometown, corn is a crop that is very suitable for local soil and climate conditions. Normally, people will start planting corn around the end of March and early April. By around July or August, the corn plants will be harvest time. Corn is not only an important food crop, but can also be used as animal feed or as an ingredient for food processing. However, currently, the trend is gradually changing. People are switching to low-yield upland rice areas to grow corn to increase economic efficiency. This not only helps improve household income, but also contributes to poverty reduction and ensures food security for the community. This change represents a new thinking in crop selection, more suitable to the actual situation and market needs. I'm so excited at the thought of sharing these with you. If where you live also has specific crops or different farming methods, please leave a comment to let me know. We can learn and exchange experiences to improve the quality of agriculture and life together. With a happy mood and expectation of positive changes, you and I will continue to watch my working day on the farm. Such daily tasks not only help me maintain a living, but are also an opportunity to learn and grow from the challenges and successes of farming. Please come along and experience these exciting moments with me. Corn has an elongated shape with recognizable characteristics such as whiskers, spreading flags, and thin, tightly covered skin. Good quality corn usually has kernels that are closed at the top, straight rows of kernels, and have diverse colors such as milky white, yellow, red, or purple, depending on the variety. Corn kernels not only have a fragrant and sweet taste, but are also very flexible in processing and can be used to make many attractive dishes. Besides, corn stalks also have high utility value, often used as food for livestock such as buffalo, cows, and deer. The process of growing corn is not simply about sowing seeds and waiting for harvest. It requires patience, in-depth knowledge, and special attention from the farmer. To get a good harvest, it is necessary to know how to properly care for corn plants and follow reasonable planting procedures. This includes many factors such as choosing varieties, preparing soil, sowing seeds, caring for plants, and harvesting. I still maintain the traditional method of growing corn left by my grandparents, which is sowing 2 to 3 seeds in each hole. This method has been proven to be effective over many generations. However, if the number of plants in each hole is too large, they will compete for light and nutrients, leading to uneven growth. The distance between corn rows should be maintained from 60 to 100 centimeters, while the distance between plants in the same row should be from 20 to 40 centimeters, depending on the characteristics of the variety. Corn planting density that is too sparse can cause the plants to grow well and produce large fruits, but it will lead to low grain yield because the plants are too far apart. On the contrary, if planted too thickly, corn plants will spray silk 1 to 5 days later than usual, causing the female flowers to easily lack pollen, the seeds to be flat, and the plants to fall easily. Furthermore, thick crops are more susceptible to pests and diseases, requiring growers to have techniques and experience to achieve high yield and good quality crops. After sowing seeds, corn plants need to be watered regularly to maintain soil moisture, which is very important for the plant to grow healthily. Maize is a short-term crop and can survive on many types of land, including hilly land, riverside land, specialized land, and double crop land. Corn is an important food crop, second only to rice in terms of widespread use. After harvesting, corn is mainly used for household consumption, dried and crushed to make animal feed. If there are too many left over, they will be sold. Usually, a corn plant will produce 1 to 2 corns to ensure the best quality. During the first 30 days of planting, corn plants grow quite weak and slow. In particular, when growing corn on upland land without careful care, too much grass will absorb nutrients from the soil, causing the corn plant to not grow properly. Therefore, weeding and maintaining a clean growing environment is essential for plants to grow healthily and achieve the highest yield. People in my hometown currently have only 2 main methods for weeding cornfields. The first method is to pull weeds by hand, a job that takes time and effort but does not affect the plants or the environment. The second method is to use herbicides combined with rooting to prevent corn plants from falling. Although I know that weeding by hand or weeding is the best method for plants and protecting the environment, because of the heavy nature of the work and the time it takes, I am forced to choose the method of spraying herbicides for the entire corn growing area. I always wonder if there is a method that is both convenient and does not have a negative impact on the environment. If you have experience or know of better methods, I'd love to hear from you. About 2 weeks ago, I started planting some corn seedlings. Now, it is very important to fertilize to increase plant nutrition. When the seedlings have produced 1 leaf, about 4 to 6 days later, I have to check and reapply areas where the plants do not grow or have died. At the same time, I also have to remove weak saplings, leaving only healthy seedlings. Fertilization is an indispensable part of the corn growing process. Normally, fertilization is divided into 3 times. The first time about 10 days after the plants are planted, the second time after the next 10 days, and the last time after 30 days of sowing. You can choose to fertilize with potassium, urea, or organic fertilizer, depending on each person's specific conditions and care style. Note that if using potassium or urea fertilizer, it must be mixed with irrigation water, or after fertilizing, the fertilizer must be covered with soil to avoid leaf burn. After the corn plant has been properly cared for and grown well, the time will come when the plant will begin to flower, pollinate, and bear fruit. Usually this process takes about 70 to 120 days, depending on the corn variety and intended use. Corn can be harvested at many different stages: green corn when the branches are still young for food, grain corn when the branches are red and have beans, or dry enough to keep as seed for future generations. Next season. My family mainly harvests corn to feed livestock, so we usually let the corn get really old and harvest it about 3 to 4 months after planting. There are many factors that affect corn harvest time. Weather conditions such as temperature, humidity, and light play an important role in plant growth. Appropriate temperature and humidity will help corn plants grow strongly and achieve high performance when harvested. In rural areas like here, where corn is grown mainly based on natural conditions, yields can vary greatly. Some years the corn plant grows very well, producing many fruits, while other years the crop almost fails with a small percentage of corn, sparse seeds, and poor quality. Corn plants can also be attacked by a variety of pests such as cutworms, wireworms, flea beetles, corn earworms, and corn stem borers. Besides, there are many harmful diseases such as wilt and fungal diseases, which cause corn kernels to turn gray or black, or cause the kernels to swell. I look forward to receiving your sharing and experiences to improve corn quality and have more stable crops. On the way back from the fields, I also picked up some corn leaves to feed the piglets at home because they really like this dish. Life in the highlands of my hometown mainly revolves around farming, growing crops, and raising livestock. Besides these jobs, I don't have many other opportunities for economic development. I look forward to receiving comments from you to apply in daily life, to have more ways to earn more income for your family. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching the entire video. If you like my video, please leave a comment about your feelings. Also subscribe to my channel and share this video with your loved ones. Thanks a lot.